So, despite all the stuff that's going on in the news, I'm making a video about vegan animals. I'll talk about Ferguson later, but anyways, I just saw this post, bringing up the whole people who are forcing their cats or dogs to live on a vegan diet, which they can't do. This post I had just seen is like they can evolve to to live without meat just like us because we've, had them domesticated long enough. Yes, but it's only in the last couple of years that there are people trying to veganize them. And the reason why humans can be vegans is because we've always eaten vegetables. Dogs never did. They are carnivores. Humans are omnivores. Fun fact, and omnivores, they're very adaptive. Their diets can change and all this other stuff very easily because they can basically get by on anything. Omnivores are the ones who have the harder time getting food. So scavengers are almost always omnivores because they can't be picky. And, or bears or whatever, where, they live in areas with, tons of vegetation and animals, or I don't know, I don't know so much for the other ones, so like rats and mice and raccoons and etc. They're scavengers, so they can eat pretty much anything, and humans same way, except we've kind of, evolved ourselves to be a little bit more delicate so things have to be cooked properly and not, we can't handle raw meat to a certain extent, we can't handle, etc. There's a few other things. Plus we've also, through adaptation and acclimatization, have also managed to be able to drink dairy consume dairy in a lot of cases. Not being lactose intolerant is actually a mutation, believe it or not. So most humans have that mutation, not all, but people who are lactose intolerant don't have the mutation gene or whatever. And there are some cats, through years and years of us giving them milk because they like it. Not all cats, so don't go like, oh, I'm just totally gonna give my cat milk or whatever, because not all cats can handle milk or cheese and dairy and whatnot. For example, we have 2 cats. One of them can handle all the milk and cheese and have no problem. The other one gets diarrhea, so we can give milk and cheese to one but not the other. Because here's the thing, the actual digestive system of an omnivore and a carnivore or a herbivore are totally different, because they're meant to have the animal being whatever survive solely. So with carnivores and herbivores, carnivores to survive solely on meat. So that means they get all of their digestive systems is designed to get all of their nutrition that they could possibly need or want from meat. Herbivores, same thing with vegetation. Omnivores can do either. In fact, the reason why omnivores can become vegans in the first place is because if food is scarce of one type or the other, we can survive solely on meat like a carnivore or solely on vegetation like a herbivore. Because that's, because we can handle both, and, like I mentioned, the omnivores are great at adaptation. So actually, fun little thing, depending on where your ancestry is from, will actually determine how easily you can handle a meat-only diet or a vegetation-only diet, such as veganism. For example, if your ancestry hails from, more northern areas, where it's cold a lot and there's not a whole heck of a lot that can grow, they can handle, they can last a lot longer if they have nothing to eat but meat, than someone who's more closer to the equator. But this also means that those kind of people just generally need more protein in their diet. I find, okay, my family's all northerners, and I find personally I need my meat, like really bad. So if I go too long without having enough meat in my diet, I will literally be craving all the steak. Like one time, my friend tried to make me go vegan, and a week and a half later, no, not even a half, no, it was just a week actually. A week later, I was vegetarian, not vegan, I still had my dairy because I cannot give up my milk and cheese, I'm sorry. Anyways, a week later, I'm like, I can't do this, and I ended up eating 3 full-out rare steaks for one meal because I just couldn't handle it. But that's me, and I'm using my northern ancestry as an excuse. But yeah. But this also, but the thing is that, you know, when I was poor or whatever, and I was choosing kind of, or not poor, poor eating habits as in I was lazy. I would only eat like one food group a meal pretty much, and I oftentimes just went with meat, and I was had more energy, felt better, and just had more attentiveness than when I was eating more vegetation and carbs. So I don't know. Different people have different physiologies that you have to take into consideration, and different animals have very different physiologies that you really got to take into consideration because, dudes, we aren't all the same. Also, yes, like, as far as evolution and adaptation, humans adapt super freaking quickly. Like, that's why we managed to get up to the top of the, you know, intelligence food chain crap. I feel like someone's listening to me upstairs. Anyways, and also a fun little thing that you can even, you know, is observable currently is the whole, like, wisdom teeth thing. Grandparents, practically none of them had to get their wisdom teeth removed. Your parents' generation, about half, and now most people, like in my generation, I'm sorry, I'm 21, so that kind of age and younger, have to get their wisdom teeth removed, and that's adaptation. Some people say it's because we're eating softer foods and don't need as many molars. Other places are saying it's because our brains are getting bigger, so they need more room in the skull, although the former makes more sense than the latter. And all this other stuff. And we just are fantastic at adapting. We adapt faster than any other species. So, which is why most of the other species have stayed relatively the same in the last couple million years. I don't know, 1,000 million? I don't know. Whereas humans have changed so much. So, yeah, like the whole skin color thing being a perfect example. Depending on where you live, you know, if you have less melanin, you're paler. If you have more melanin, you're darker. So more sun, darker skin to protect you. Less sun, lighter skin so you can still get vitamin D. Ta-da! Look at all this crap. That's why our intelligence has gone like through the roof, and I'm making a long video about something that shouldn't be long. Anyways, you get the idea. Humans are cool, but we suck all the time because we're always hurting other animals and beings and vegetation. We hurt everything, but the human body is fascinating and amazing. And okay, fine, I'm stopping with the video. Thanks for watching.